Tonight I wanna show you how to get this sound. In the context of the music, it has a very special effect for the emotional quality together with the pad and the bass line. First of all, you need a sound that sounds a bit like this. That's not hard, you just have to slap a lot of randomizers on Vital or Serum, and then put a lot of reverb on it, bounce it into a new track, and then that's it. Now for the next step you need Digitalis. Because Digitalis has this nice data mode where you can dial in loss and then, well, it sounds lossy. Unfortunately, just as you can see, it focuses most on the low end and loses most of the high end. So I came up with a technique to counter that. And I call it pre-emphasis zoom. Because to me, Digitalis always sounds a bit like you are in a Zoom call. Now what I did here is, I did just what I just did. I dialed in some loss and didn't do anything else in the entire plugin. But on top of that, I put 2 instances of Pro Q before and after to make a pre-emphasis cut and then compensate it for the same cut afterwards. And that way you can actually tweak the way Digitalis reacts to the signal, which is pretty cool. I made multiple knobs here, one for the frequency of the pre-emphasis effect in Pro Q, one for the amount of cut, which is basically this thing. You can do that with the gain of the filter as well, but if you are doing it with this thing, then you can add even more filters if you want, and they will all be dialed in and out, which is nice. I didn't do that for this patch though. And of course the auto gain button can also be on and disabled because it has an influence on the sound. So yeah, let's check out how it sounds to move these parameters around. As you can see and hopefully hear, you can easily define the emotional quality of your Digitalis loss thingy, and you don't rely on just this loss parameter to do its thing. You can actually tweak it a little bit more precisely, which I find very refreshing. As always, when I'm making a video about Digitalis, I want to emphasize that I would like to urge the developer to actually release a plugin that only consists of the data module and maybe like focuses on what you can get out of the data module a little bit more. For example, with pre-emphasis, EQing like that, because I think the data module is just the thing that stands out most in this entire plugin. It just deserves its own plugin, in my opinion, where you can go even harder on all this lossy stuff. Anyway, see you around for the next sound design tutorial.